Welcome back everyone to the channel. Today I have an interesting deck using Silver Surfer and Sera. I've seen this concept going around a good bit now, so I wanted to highlight a deck that I think is one of the strongest decks that Silver Surfer can possibly be featured in as of yet. A lot of experimenting with this brand new card that still needs to be done, but in my opinion right now this is one of the strongest. So I have a new whole layout for gameplay and deck breakdown, so if you guys have stuck with me before, I appreciate it, watching all those other videos on this channel. Hopefully these ones are a little bit more clear and visually a little bit more appealing. Let me know what you think about the new layout in the comments below. Just if you guys have any thoughts on it, anything else you want me to do with it, let me know, because I'm very open to changes here. But this is the deck. So essentially the deck is running all 3 drops, then Domino, Wong, and Sera. So let's go through what the reasoning is. So the point of the deck really is to play Sera. On turn 5 is fine, but waving her into turn 4 is even better. And then on turn 6, you can actually play 3 2-drops, since she is going to reduce all cards in your hand by 1 cost, to a minimum of 1. So she's just a 5-cost 4 power, but that ability makes her very interesting for Silver Surfer decks, because she allows you to play, again, 3 3-cost units on turn 6. Extremely powerful and can swing a lot of board states with that much at that end of the game there. So we don't actually even run a 6-drop. We're just running Sera. Then I'm running Wong, because Wong and Silver Surfer is quite a hilarious combo. Quite a few different Wong-based Silver Surfer decks. This one is kind of going all in on the Surfer himself. And then our other non-3-cost unit is Domino, which she's just solid because you will guaranteed get her every turn 2. So you won't start with her in your hand. You can't actually. She only gets drawn on turn 2. And essentially what's going to happen is you're going to miss your turn 1 with this deck. You'll draw Domino to get at least 3 power on the board somewhere, which is great. The rest of your hand should probably be all 3 costs at that point, or if you have Sera, that's great. And then from there, you'll just be playing with all 3 costs. So turn 4 is most likely a 3-cost unit, unless it's waived, and then so on. So that's kind of the breakdown of the deck. So I'll go through the 3-drops that I'm using and talk about some replacements that you could easily put in yourself. But up first, obviously, is Silver Surfer, who is the core of the deck. On reveal, give your other 3-cost cards plus 3 power. That is why we're running so many 3-cost cards. And even though Sera reduces their cost while they're in your hand, it doesn't affect them on the board, so Silver Surfer will still boost all of them. Then I'm running Bishop. Just when you play a card, this gains plus 1 power. So since we're playing a decent amount of cards here, Bishop is not a bad option. Definitely not core for the deck, but not bad. Wolfsbane is really good, 3 costs plus 2 power for each other card here, so that's a really solid card because you're going to fill up locations pretty easily, so she'll be a good old 7 power and then boosted by Silver Surfer. Brood, I think, is the best card you can play with Silver Surfer. It's so fun to have 3 2-power units that Brood makes. Makes 2 of these guys as well, and Silver Surfer will boost all of them. Super great. Captain America, just a solid 3-drop, ongoing. Your other cards at the location have plus 1 power. We're not running any 1-drops, so if you're not running any 1-drops, you should probably play Killmonger yourself, destroy all 1-cost cards. It doesn't really have a downside. You have a good option to kill some pesky 1-drops on your opponent's side, like the Demon from Hood, or Ant-Man, or Sunspot, etc. The list goes on. Killmonger is a great card for these style of decks. I'm using Rhino here just to ruin a location in case a location is causing a lot of problems for this deck. We don't want to be locked away and not have an option to get rid of a location, so Rhino is a good add here. Wave, I've talked about. On reveal, next turn, cards in both players' hands cost 4, so it's a little bit of a risk-reward type card, because it does give your opponent that ability to play something huge for 4 as well. But the point of Wave is to play her hopefully on turn 3, and then you can play Sera right after, so then you have turn 5 and 6 with a cost reduction in your hand, which really helps. So on turn 5, you can play 2 3 costs, since they're both only going to be 2, and then turn 6, you can play 3. So it's super valuable with Wave. Polaris is just a really good 3-drop with 5 power, has the on-reveal effect to move an opposing 1 or 2-cost card to this location, but she gets that extra power, so you can play around that ability, get the extra power from her, and then Silver Surfer her all the way up to 8, just a lot of power here for this card. And then, like I said, Wong, who's really only in this for Silver Surfer combos, but they are super worth it because it can be insane the amount of damage that you actually get here from Wong and Silver Surfer. So there's a couple other cards that you could play, I mean, on top. They don't really do a lot. I mean, you could play like Polaris on top to pull 2 things, but that's really it. It's mainly Silver Surfer in this deck. So what other 3-drops could you use is the main question. I think everything else is pretty much locked here. You don't want to get rid of Domino because you want that 2-cost unit out. You don't want to get rid of Wong. You don't want to get rid of Sera. So what other 3-cost cards could you play? You can easily put Storm in your deck. Storm is pretty great with Silver Surfer because you can drop her on that location and then boost her later after the location is locked away. That's a really good option. The Punisher is fine. He could be definitely in over Bishop in this list. I think Bishop and Captain America and probably Wolfsbane and Rhino. I think all 4 of those are kind of like, you don't 100% need them. The other ones I'd keep for sure, but I would probably drop Bishop first and probably Rhino if I'm going to change anything and put anything else in. You could definitely put Cosmo in this deck to stop some on-reveal effects. Very good card to have in here. Obviously, just don't have it on top of your own Wong or where you're going to play Silver Surfer. That's a solid option. And then the other 3 drops I have are a little bit less impressive, but these are just the ones that I have. You could definitely play Groot as well. Groot's pretty good. Out of the other ones in the game, Juggernaut is a 3-cost who's similar to Rhino. He is a 3/3, and he just has an ability that's going to affect that location. He's actually more similar to Polaris. He essentially shoves everything that got played at that location by your opponent to a different location. So he's really good to play right after Storm. So if I had Juggernaut, I'd probably be putting Juggernaut in with Storm. And then another good one is Maximus, who's kind of a similar effect as Polaris in the sense that it's a negative effect in some ways, even though Polaris can be positive, and a high power. So Maximus is a 3-cost, 7 power, but your opponent draws 2 cards. He's really good, especially just playing him on the last turn when that draw doesn't matter, and he has 7 power. So if you guys have those cards, check those out, throw them in the deck, give them a shot. So we're going to jump into some gameplay now, hopefully get to show off the deck a little bit. I'm playing this on a Lamentis hot location day. It's not the best deck to play into that, but I'm still going to try it anyway. Hopefully get some decent gameplay for you. So again, if you guys aren't sticking around for the gameplay, I appreciate you watching this far. Leave a subscription to the channel below. Let me know what you think about the new layout, and let's jump into some gameplay. Alright, so hopefully you guys enjoy this new layout. It should make the screen be a lot easier to see at least. Definitely not the best when there's no actual PC client for this game other than a phone mod essentially. So our hand, and again I'm playing during the Lamentis hot location, so not the best deck for that, but our hand is Captain America, Polaris, Sera, and then we drew Brood, Wolfsbane, Silver Surfer. So we're going to have to make this work. We're not going to have a 2-drop because essentially my deck got destroyed, including Domino. So if Lamentis happens before I draw Domino, I don't get to draw Domino. So we're skipping this turn as well. He's got the Sentinel and Quinjet, so he's going to have a lot of value there. We got a 9-power monster. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and play Brood on the left. So our turn is pretty simple. We're going to play a 3-drop now. Then we're going to play a 3-drop on turn 4. Then we're going to play Sera, and then we're going to play the rest of our 3-drops. That's the goal. So I'm going to try to drag one of his 1 or 2 drops to the negative zone, make them have 0 power, make them essentially be useless here. Then next turn we're dropping Sera. So he gets a copy of Sera from White Queen, so Sera is going to be in his hand as well. So I can drop Sera, I'm going to drop her on the right, and that leaves me some good options to be able to play all 3 of these cards after. We'll see if we can outpower at least a couple of these locations. So we were able to at least play our entire hand out this game, which is good. Got Captain America, Wolfsbane, and Surfer coming up. Devil Dinosaur is pretty big on the left. So we're going to try to win. So the negative zone is a nice zone right now because I'm already winning it in the middle, and it's hard to fight back from that because it's -3, so you have to commit something decent to that. So I'm going to definitely try to win the right location. So I'm going to go ahead and put Captain America and then I believe Wolfsbane there. Give up the left location against Devil Dinosaur and try to just win this. But the problem with that strategy is he could push and win the middle. So could we win the left? I guess let's do some math real quick. So we're at 2-2-2. I could put Captain America or Wolfsbane. I could put Wolfsbane down. Wolfsbane will be a 7. So it'll be 7 and 6 is 13, and they'll all get +3, so that's +12, so it's 25. I'm going to go for that and play Silver Surfer and Captain America on the right location. So I'm going to attempt to win both the left and the right locations while already winning the middle, and we'll see if that's enough. So Wolfsbane comes down. It's 13 power there for now. Captain America comes down, boosts up the board pretty nice. Surfer comes in, gives everyone a big boost. Shang-Chi comes out, though. That does ruin some plans on the right side. And Mjolnir comes down, who's going to boost Thor by 6 power. Puts him at 6 there. So it looks like I lost the middle location by 1, tied the right, and 1 the left. So we get the win on a very close game there. Shang-Chi is running wild right now during this Lamentus meta because he can kill Death, who's being flying around. So Shang-Chi there kills the monster, but other than that, felt pretty solid. Had good control on the left side, and you see even just with Brood and Wolfsbane coming out, Silver Surfer can boost just those two all the way up to 25 power, which is pretty nuts. So let's see if we can get another one going. Alright, so we have Killmonger, Wolfsbane, Wong, and Silver Surfer, which are pretty good options, honestly. Turn 2, we're going to draw Domino. So we'll play Domino on the left for now. Shuri's Lab's pretty powerful location. He's got Psylocke out. Alright. Got the miniaturized lab, so cards are not going to be able to be played there. So Bishop has a low power, so you don't want to put him on Shuri's lab, but Bishop this early is not bad. He'll start growing now, which is good. But we don't have... He hits Wong with that, which is pretty annoying. We don't have Sera, which is pretty rough. Alright. So he's doubling 0 power with Ironheart, so that's not a huge deal. Let's see what's get destroyed. Okay, so that got destroyed, which is actually not terrible for us. We have Wave now, but not that great without Sera. So we're going to play Killmonger here, who's going to kill his 6 power Iceman, which is pretty good. Alright, so we're going to turn 5. So, few options here. I could play Polaris and pull away Psylocke to make that middle location a little bit more easy to get, but I think I'm just going to end up playing Wong here on the left, and we'll see what happens. Bishop's going to grow anyway, and possibly try to win that location. Well, let's see where the... Alright, so the Tiger went there, so that's good. That's fine. They're going to clean the middle location up. So we need to try to win the right location as best we can. So it's not ideal, but I can put Captain America down and Surfer down, so at least Captain America is a 9 power. I'm thinking he's going to just play Odin on top here, which is just going to make one more Tiger. It could get to the right, it might not. Silver Surfer boosts Killmonger by 6 as well, so I'm feeling good. So I'm going to snap. It's kind of a weird game. I didn't really get to see exactly what I wanted to, where I got it, but it's kind of been weird for him as well. He hasn't had a whole lot going, so I think I'm just going to go for the play here. So Captain America comes down, takes the right location by a little bit. Surfer triggers twice with Wong, which I only have a couple units out, but is still a big boost. Bishop actually gets all the way up to 11, so he almost wins that location by himself. But Ironheart is going to boost a couple things, and White Tiger is going to make another Tiger, dominates that middle location. But even if that Tiger Spirit went to the right to the miniaturized lab, just Captain America by himself with Silver Surfer coming down on top of Wong is a 9 power. So that's why I ended up snapping there, just to get the extra cubes, because it felt like a pretty clear strategy that I had and a pretty clear route to winning. So that's the deck. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Hopefully you guys like the new format for the videos. This will be what it's like going forward. If you guys have suggestions, please drop them down below. Make sure you're subscribed to the channel for more snapping content. Please leave a like, comment, and keep on snapping.